All right, let's talk about the Samsung A series. Because if there's one phone lineup that consistently confuses everyone, it is this one. The names look simple at first, but the deeper you go, the more you start asking yourself, what exactly was Samsung doing here? So here is how it actually works. Every A series phone has two numbers. The first number is the tier, basically how nice, how capable, how polished the phone is meant to be. A0 and A1 are your basic entry-level phones, the kind you buy when you need something that just works. A2 is slightly better. A3 is where things get respectable. A5 is where it comes close to premium. And A7 used to be the premium mid-range line before Samsung quietly pulled the plug on it. Then the second number is the year. A32 is from 2021, A33 is 2022, so it just shows which phone released after which. Same structure across all tiers. But since the number 4 means death in several Asian regions, it is considered unlucky, so Samsung skipped it. Now, once you map everything out, let's understand which phone is the best for you if you're planning on buying one. First, A0 tier, which is pure entry-level group. If someone needs a simple phone that saves money, this is where they start. For instance, the Galaxy A06 is the better pick from this tier. It brings a cleaner design, a more stable day-to-day experience, and a 5,000 milliamp battery that easily lasts through a full day. The camera is basic, but still good enough for everyday photos and social media. It is not built for heavy apps or multitasking, but for calls, messaging, and simple scrolling, it stays dependable without feeling frustrating. Second, the A1 tier. This tier is still budget-friendly, but much more usable for people who want a normal, everyday smartphone. Galaxy A17 is the better choice in this tier. It offers an AMOLED display with rich colors, a 50-megapixel main camera that performs well in daylight, and a 5,000 milliamp battery that comfortably lasts a full day. The Exynos 1330 chip is modest, but smooth enough for social media, browsing, and everyday apps. Next is the A2 tier. This tier is where performance and camera quality start becoming reliable for normal users. The A26 is a solid pick here. It has a 6.7-inch Super AMOLED display with a smooth 120 Hz refresh rate, making scrolling and apps feel responsive. The chipset handles social media, browsing, and light gaming without issue. On the back, there's a 50-megapixel main camera with optical image stabilization, plus an 8-megapixel ultra-wide and a 2-megapixel macro sensor. The front has a 13-megapixel camera. All this is powered by a 5,000 milliamp battery with 25-watt fast charging, so it easily lasts a full day.
Now, the A3 tier. This is the core mid-range tier. Phones here balance performance, display quality, battery, and cameras without going premium. The A36 is one of the stronger A3 phones released recently. It has a 6.7-inch Super AMOLED display with 120 Hz refresh rate and very high brightness, so scrolling and everyday visuals feel smooth and crisp. It runs on a Qualcomm Snapdragon 6 Gen 3 chipset, which delivers solid day-to-day performance and light gaming without too much stress. The camera setup includes a 50-megapixel main sensor with optical image stabilization, an 8-megapixel ultra-wide, and a 5-megapixel macro lens, plus a 12-megapixel selfie camera. A big 5,000 milliamp battery easily lasts a full day and supports 45-watt fast charging. It also has IP67 dust and water resistance and comes with Android 15 and long-term software support.
Now the A5 tier. This is the upper mid-range. This is where Samsung starts giving genuinely premium features at a lower price. The Galaxy A55 is probably the most refined A-series phone of the last few years. Super AMOLED 120 Hz display, a much stronger chipset, a 50-megapixel main camera with excellent stabilization, improved night performance, and long-lasting battery life. It is the phone that covers almost every normal user's needs without overspending. Also, the Galaxy A52 deserves a special mention. People still talk about it because it aged incredibly well. Smooth performance, great camera for its time, strong battery, and a very consistent experience. Many still use it today. Finally, the A7 tier. This used to be the premium mid-range tier before Samsung discontinued it. This tier was basically the closest you could get to a flagship experience without paying flagship money. The Galaxy A73. This was the peak of the A7 line. A massive battery that comfortably lasts a full day of heavy usage, a premium AMOLED display with great brightness, a 108-megapixel camera, and surprisingly strong performance. It felt like a budget-friendly version of the S series experience. So, that's the Samsung A series in a nutshell.